According to ESPN Bet, they are the favorites to win it all, and they've gathered up what I've officially dubbed the Supreme Team to get it done. And now our neighbors to the north, though, Team Canada, they actually have, if you see right here, the second best odds to win gold according to ESPN Bet. Canada is looking to medal for the first time since 1936. But hey, we said bonsoir. The host nation, France, has the third best odds and are led by the alien home guy, Victor Wembanyama, Louis Vuitton Don in his Olympic debut. France took home the silver medal in 2020 games after losing to the U.S. in the gold medal contest. And then the opening opponent for Team USA is Serbia on Sunday, led by the MVP Nikola Jokic, who the U.S. defeated in exhibition play by 26 points just 9 days ago. So here are the groups. Take a good look at where the matchups are at. Whoop. Look at Group A. It is by far the most competitive from top to bottom with NBA talent. But Team USA is in Group C and hopes to advance the knockout round unfazed. And if you don't believe me, just ask Steph Curry ahead of his Olympic debut.
You got to be able to adapt quickly. You got to be able to bring your egos of who we are as individual players, but also let them go, knowing it doesn't matter who's, the man scoring that particular night. When you're on the floor, you're asked to do a certain thing and do it to the best of your ability, play with energy. As Team USA, if we do that, usually good things happen. So,
and who are you looking forward to the most to play against?
Whoever's in the gold medal game.
Nice.
Great answer.
Thank you.
Ooh, the gold standard. The Olympic basketball games start in just 14 hours. So let's head to Paris, where Brian Windhorst is, soaking up literally one of the best views in the world. So, Brian, let's talk some Team USA basketball. What is your biggest question remaining for the U.S.?
Yeah, so after the week in Abu Dhabi, Chiney, where they really played well against Australia and Serbia, Team USA was wow. That is like the team that we thought they could be. This last week in London, it was like, they need to get back to the wow. And that was what Steph Curry was talking about there, and also what Steve Kerr is trying to do. So my biggest thing with them right now, how will they respond to their coach challenging them? Because over the last couple of days, since the team arrived here in France, he has really kind of called them out in speaking to the media. And from what I understand in their film session and practices, he really thought that they didn't play with energy and they didn't, try to bring the up-tempo game that they need in the two games in London, that they won, but barely. Serbia on Sunday, maybe they're not in the top three in odds. In my view, Serbia is as strong of a contender for the gold medal as any other team. And the Kerr is trying to get them to get back in gear, to play at their top level, at their highest speed, to act like this is the most competitive basketball tournament in the history of international basketball, which I believe that it is. And so how they respond to that challenge is, to me, a huge indication of how this Olympics is going to go for the Americans.
So Coach Steve Kerr has been challenging Team USA, at least on the sidelines, but on the court, LeBron James has also been doing exactly that, because LeBron has been the driving force for Team USA during the showcase games. But he has really taken his game to another level with his three-point shooting, because you guys remember, it's a shorter three-point line. LeBron leads the team in three-point shooting, a feat that is remarkable when you realize Steph Curry is also on the team as well. So let's add in Zach and Ramona into this conversation. Zach, what message do you think Team USA needs to send Game 1 versus Serbia?
We're past the point of sending messages, and the international community is too good now for the storyline to be about sending messages. We got to win a basketball game. The MVP of the NBA, three-time MVP, is on the other side of the court in the Team USA's first game. Kevin Durant hasn't played at all. They just got to win. If they win this game, they're going to win the group, and that sets them up well for seeding in the elimination round. It would be nice to get up more threes, get out in transition more, get some clean catch and shoot looks. But this isn't about sending a message. Serbia knows exactly who Team USA is. Team USA knows who Serbia is. At this point, if it's Serbia, Canada, France, one of these elite teams, the whole entire Group A, Wendy talked about those games in London. Team USA barely escaped those games. It's about winning the game.
They got to send a message early on. They play Serbia just like they did when they beat them by 20-something points. They got to send a message like, this is not going to be close. Steph Curry's up there. Oh, whoever we play in the gold medal game. You got to get to the gold medal game first. there's a lot of competition out there. And the way they played in London in those last 2 games against South Sudan and Germany, I thought opened the door for the rest of the league to say, oh, these guys can be beat. And the formula is pretty simple. You out-rebound them, you keep them in check from 3-point, and you don't let LeBron James take over at the end. But how many times is LeBron going to be able to rescue him? Don't even let it get close.
Brian, you have boots on the ground. What do you think Team USA is trying to show, especially when it comes to a message game 1?
They've got to show that their three-point shooting is potent, because it was not great in these run-up games. They only shot 35%, which I guess is a decent number in the NBA, but on the shorter line and with the talent they have, that's not going to get it done. They also only averaged about 25 a game. Now, I know it's a 40-minute game, but they got out the number of threes against Germany. Germany took 28 more threes in that game. That is unsurvivable math, to be honest with you. And if teams out there don't think that the U.S. can beat them on three-point shooting, they will change their style to really try to take it away and the interior away and try to force them to shoot the three. They need to make these opposing teams fear their three-point shot.
And it seems more and more that Team USA really needs their sniper, easy money sniper, because there are plenty of stars in the Olympic Games. And Kevin Durant was asked, who will be the biggest star? Here's his answer.
Individual player?
Yes.
Giannis? Giannis, maybe? Jokic?
We got some options.
Yeah. Our game is global now, man. So all of these guys are huge stars in their own ways, you know.
Brian, can you pick one, or is it multiple stars?
Well, let's focus on Team USA. I think we're going to see some greatness from Ant Edwards. He was terrific in the World Cup last year. We saw him have a breakout year in the NBA. He was the team's leading scorer through the first 4 games. I think we're going to see Ant be an extremely important player, especially as the leader of the scoring on the second unit. But I want to have a secondary answer here. If I could say who's going to be the hero of this team, I think it's LeBron or Steph. Because if the game gets tight and they need big-time playmaking, it's already been determined those guys are going to be on the court and the ball's going to be in LeBron's hands.
I think that Mr. Kevin Durant is missing one very tall Frenchman who's going to be the biggest star of these games. His name is Victor Wembanyama. I mean, like these are his Olympics. This is on his home turf. Everyone is there to watch Victor, and it depends on how successful France has been. They haven't been as dominant during these exhibition games here in the lead up to this, but this is all teed up for Victor to have a starring role.
Wemby's at the beginning of his career. Everything is in front of him. Steph Curry is entering the twilight of his career, and this is one of the only things he doesn't have in his trophy case, an Olympic gold medal. And he gets to shoot the shorter FIBA 3. He gets to shoot the shorter FIBA 3, getting more catch and shoot looks because of the talent around him. Steph Curry is going to have at least one game, and probably more, where we have a 5-minute Curry flurry, a complete eruption from 3, one after another, where the crowd is going to get into it. The cheer for every attempt is going to get louder and louder. Curry is going to have his Olympic moment for Team USA.
So we have a vote for LeBron, a vote for Steph, and a vote for Victor Wembanyama as tiebreak. I'm going to say, also Anthony Edwards. I'm going to say LeBron James, because we all know the international game is very physical, and there's one guy that's out there that's 6'9", 260, that we have seen be clutch and also bulldoze through the competition. I think this Olympic Games is going to be like fine wine for LeBron James. But